Get Mahoney. The life and stories of Jim Mahoney. There are men who chase fame, and there are men who spend their lives standing just outside the spotlight, holding it steady while the stars try not to burn themselves alive. Jim Mahoney was one of those men. He grew up in Culver City when the air around the MGM lot smelled of fresh paint, hot Klieg lights, cigarette smoke, and ambition. Back then, Hollywood was not mythology yet. It was a working town. Carpenters hammered together New York streets on sound stages. Cowboys smoked cigars beside Roman centurions. Chorus girls hurried across parking lots carrying shoes in paper sacks, while assistant directors screamed about budgets and daylight. Young Jim learned early that movie stars drank cold soda just like everyone else. So he climbed fences. While other boys played baseball, Mahoney slipped onto MGM lots carrying cases of cola bottles packed in ice. 2 cents profit per bottle. Not much money, but enough for a kid with hustle in his veins and curiosity in his blood. He moved between cables and cameras like he belonged there, selling drinks to grips, extras, stuntmen, and occasionally the biggest stars in the world. Nobody knew then that the skinny kid weaving through the sets would someday become one of Hollywood's most trusted fixers. School administrators called him a troublemaker. Hollywood called him useful. The turning point came because of paint. Jim's father worked as a painter and took him to a home job one afternoon. Inside that house stood Clark Gable, already a king in the eyes of America, leaning casually against a counter as if he were just another working stiff. Nearby was legendary MGM publicity chief Howard Strickling, a man who knew every secret worth burying in Hollywood. Strickling noticed the kid immediately. Mahoney had that look Hollywood respected back then: alert eyes, quick instincts, and the ability to listen without talking too much. Before long, Strickling offered him a job in the MGM publicity department, and suddenly the boy sneaking onto sets had a badge that let him walk through the front gates. That was the beginning. Hollywood in those years was not glamorous behind the curtains. It was warfare in tuxedos. At MGM, Mahoney became part errand boy, part observer, part confessor. He fetched scripts, carried messages, dodged scandals, and watched studio executives manipulate headlines like military generals moving troops across maps. Publicity departments did not simply promote stars. They manufactured gods. Affairs disappeared. Arrests vanished. Drunken episodes became exhaustion. Divorces became amicable separations. And looming over much of it all was Eddie Mannix, the legendary fixer whose reputation hovered over Hollywood like cigar smoke in a dark office. Mahoney described him perfectly. He was good at greasing palms and burying bones, too. That single sentence tells you everything about the old studio system. Mahoney survived because he understood something essential. Stars were fragile creatures. The public saw immortals. Jim saw frightened human beings trying desperately not to fall apart in public. Then came Korea. Like many young men of his generation, Mahoney traded studio corridors for military service. The war hardened him, though he never wore toughness comfortably. Later, when people assumed he was some dangerous Hollywood enforcer, he laughed at the idea. "My specialty was typewriters and bullshit," he joked. But returning from war gave him perspective. Hollywood no longer intimidated him. He built a career not by threatening people, but by understanding them. Soon, the phones started ringing. A scandal here, a drunken actor there, a columnist demanding answers, a studio panicking over rumors, a politician wanting discretion. Mahoney became the man called when things went sideways at 2 in the morning.